Okay, so I have asked you to conduct a research study and write a report of the study in this course. And actually, the study that you are going to conduct is a replication of another study. It means that you are trying to imitate what other researchers have done to see if your findings are similar or different. So let me show you the paper of the whole study, and I'm going to explain some important information there. So when you look at this, you can see that this is the name of the journal where the paper was published. This is the volume of the paper. This is the issue, the year of publication, and the page numbers. These pieces of information are all important because they will constitute your reference. This is the title of the paper, and then you can see the authors here. This is the first author, and this is the second author. This is the last name, and then the first name. This author has also the middle name initial here, so you should pay attention to these things. First, always read the abstract to have a gist of what the paper is about. This is the basic summary of the whole paper, so that you know what they did and maybe some main findings as well. Okay, and now you can see the introduction, and this is really complicated, so I'm not going into detail, but I want to show you, and you can see that this is also called the literature review because they review what has been written about the topic and the findings related to the topic, which is enjoyment and anxiety in the foreign language classroom. So what I want to show you are the research questions. And in your paper, you should do the same. You should list your research questions. Let's take a look at theirs here. Is there more enjoyment in foreign language classes than anxiety? How strongly linked are foreign language enjoyment and foreign language anxiety? They want to see the relationship between these two variables, or these two factors, to see if there is a correlation, and I can explain that concept later. What is the effect of number of languages known, number of foreign languages studied, mastery in the foreign language, relative standing in the group, education level, age group, gender, and global regional group on foreign language enjoyment and foreign language classroom anxiety. So you can see that there are a lot of variables here, but they want to see if there is a relationship between the number of languages that the participants know and their enjoyment in the classroom. Maybe if they know more languages, then they have higher enjoyment, or if they study more languages, then they also have higher anxiety or lower anxiety. And this is similar to the question that I want you to ask in your paper. Number 4, what do respondents say characterizes positive episodes of enjoyment in the foreign language class? And this is also included in your survey, in the survey that you completed, that you want to find out the sources of their enjoyment in the foreign language class. So those are the research questions, 4 research questions. And these research questions determine the method of your study. Now let's take a look at the method, because that's what I asked you to look at the last time. And you can see that there's a lot of information here, but one of the most important pieces of information is the information about the participants. I want to know how many participants you have in your study. And in this case, they had 1,746 multilinguals in their study. And then you also need to describe some basic demographic information about the participants. And in this case, they have sex, or you can call gender, age, education, in terms of education levels. What else here? Languages being studied, foreign language mastery in the sense of their proficiency level, right? Relative standing, and in this case, they want the participants to describe whether they are above average or below average when they compare with other students in the class. Nationality, and languages acquired. So you can say, for me, I can say that I have acquired both English and Vietnamese. So those are some basic demographics or demographic information about the participants. Now, the instrument is also really important to describe in your paper. And in this case, they had 29 items in their questionnaire, and 8 of them were about foreign language classroom anxiety, and 21 reflected foreign language enjoyment. They also use the 5-point Likert scale. You also need to describe how you analyze the data exactly, what kind of statistics you generated from your data. So those are some really important parts of the method section in your paper. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here, and in the next video, I'm going to review some results from this paper also.